25-year-old housewife who works part-time. My son had already grown up, and now I live with my husband, Kent, who is the same age as me and his parents. My husband is the second son, but his brother, Tom, refused to live with his parents, so we moved in with them instead. Both his parents are kind, and they were cooperative looking after my son, so I'm really thankful because I was able to keep my job. My father-in-law had already retired, and he's always there for us like the Buddha. My mother-in-law has a serious and strict personality, so it seemed like my brother-in-law didn't like her much. Kent, I know you're tired from work, but line up your shoes properly.
Gosh, I didn't know you were here, Mom.
Although he's over 40, he's still being scolded by his mother. Can't I be at my own house? She has a point.
You told me you were going out with your friends today.
Why would I be out until late? Don't tell me you don't straighten your shoes when I'm not here. Yeah, without you here, he even throws off his jacket. When she wasn't home, he'll even keep the door open. He would also keep the lights on, so I'm thankful that she's being strict on him. Paige, you forgot to trash the pudding container after eating. Well, she scolds me sometimes too, though. Oh, that was such an amazing pudding. I'm keeping the container as decoration. You know, the design is also nice, so I might use it as a jewelry box. Reusing a food container? I don't understand what young people think nowadays. If you're using it as a decoration, put it in your room. I was about to throw it away. I'm sorry.
Gosh, so annoying.
Did you say something?
Nope.
Well, I understand why people feel uncomfortable around her, but she always has a point. My husband is scared of his mother. And his father watches us with a peaceful expression like, oh, they're being scolded again. So I guess that's how we maintain a balance. A few days later, my strict mother-in-law had to be hospitalized so suddenly. Now that no one scolds him at home, my husband does nothing, and my words were powerless against him. And my brother-in-law started to visit often too, and it's so busy every day.
It's so peaceful here without Mom. You should move back in. Freedom's great.
Like a child who was excited to stay at home alone for the first time, my husband and his brother were having a party surrounded by snacks and drinks.
Paige, bring me something delicious.
Huh? I just came home from work.
You got married to a useless gal, huh?
What did he say?
If she doesn't work for you, dump her, like I did. Bro, you're harsh.
The low-level conversations you're having are way harsher. My brother-in-law quickly got a divorce after his marriage, and he doesn't keep in touch with his ex nor his kids. And as soon as he found out that he can do whatever he wants here, he's been spending time at our house since his mother was hospitalized. Seeing him use me as his servant or something, I think he was dumped rather than being the one who dumped his wife.
Paige, hurry up and get me some snacks. Paige, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I get it. If my father-in-law wasn't here to help me, I would have yelled at them. The brothers spent their time being lazy, and they don't even bother to visit their mother at the hospital. My father-in-law and I took turns to check on their mother and bring her daily necessities to the hospital. But I knew she wanted her sons to visit her instead. Nonetheless, they were having a blast as if to celebrate the fact that their mother was being hospitalized. She's their real mother, though. One day, when a month had passed since she was hospitalized, my father-in-law and a few others who I didn't recognize surrounded her bed. Oh, it looks like you're busy right now. I'll come back again later. I tried to go out of the room as soon as possible, leaving the pudding I brought as a souvenir. But my father-in-law stopped me.
Paige, I want you to listen too.
Huh?
Actually, her time is running out.
Huh? Those words were enough to surprise me, but what he continued to say surprised me even more.
It's going to be hard from now on, but would you be willing to cooperate?
Yes, of course. I asked what they wanted me to help with. I'll explain about that later on. A few days later, my father-in-law had decided to tell his sons about his wife's health condition.
Tom, Kent, I have something to tell you. Huh? What is it, Dad? Is it a funny story?
Is that what a middle-aged guy would say? I was irritated to see them clearly looking down on their father, but I held it in.
It's about your mother. Her time is running out. Huh?
I it must be shocking.
Does that mean she's never coming back?
Huh?
Yes! No one will annoy us anymore!
What the hell? I can't believe that they started to celebrate.
They allowed her to come home once, but she can't get out of bed, so we need to take care of her. She'll leave the hospital for 2 weeks. It's her last wish to spend time with her family. Can you get a leave from work and stay by her side? A leave to look after our family?
I think companies allow their employees to take a paid leave, get a 2 weeks leave from work, and let's spend her last times together.
Oh, sure! You want us to stay home for 2 weeks, right?
Huh? They were easier to persuade than I thought.
You too. Thank you.
But it was too early to feel happy about it.
How about we go on a trip during our leave?
Huh?
Let's go to a hot spring. I want to go to Atami.
Huh? Wait a minute. Your mother can't get out of bed. Who's gonna take care of her?
It's obviously the wife's job.
Huh?
Looking after the sick's the wife's duty, right?
What did they just say?
We don't even want to see Mom. Why do we have to be the ones to take care of her? So true. We'll pretend we're caring sons at work and get a paid leave. Then we'll go to Atami, Beppu, Kusatsu, a hot spring spree!
Huh? What are you both saying?
What's sadder than having to look after our annoying mom? I'm not the type to look after others. You're the only woman in this household, so it's obvious that you're gonna be the one looking after her. I got married to you just for that. I'm glad you endured your marriage life. Dad, you're coming on the trip with us too, right? Who'd want to spend time with an annoying mom? Oh, and of course, you're paying for the trip, Dad.
These guys! Their mother won't be living for long, but how dare they say that? It might be your last chance to spend time with your mother. How dare you plan to go on a trip? You're awful. Too awful.
Aw, don't make us sound like villains. We're going on a trip because she's coming home. We don't want to see her, do we?
You guys. When I was about to burst, my father-in-law stood up and glared at them.
You guys are over. Huh?
At the same time, the door slammed open and their mother, who should be in the hospital, appeared.
Mom?
Now I know very well about how you feel.
Why? You look so healthy.
I was being hospitalized to recover. Obviously, I'm healthy now. Oh, Mother.
Huh? But you said your time was running out.
Of course, I asked them to say that, so that I can get to know about how you both actually felt.
Huh?
Yes, they asked me to help them so that they can find out how the brothers actually feel. So I agreed to help them. But I never thought they were stupid enough to plan a trip to the hot springs on their paid leave. I see. You're going on a trip because you don't want to see my face.
No, it's not like that!
Yes, it is. Did you forget what you just said? You said you were going on a trip because she was coming home.
Hey, Paige, whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of who I think is right. But let me just tell you this. Despite your mother being hospitalized, you both didn't care and never even bothered to visit her at the hospital. Why would I ever take the side of two middle-aged guys who held home parties all the time as if they were on vacation?
Paige?
Shut up! So weak. Your father has told me about how you were behaving while I was at the hospital. Being so lazy when I'm not here. And I heard you brothers treat Paige like a servant.
She's a woman. It's normal for her to do housework.
Gosh, you still think like that? Which era are you living in? Look, you're being scolded again. That's why your wife ran away. Oh, I knew that was the case.
No, I dumped her.
Oh, you act like a boss at home, but you don't make much money for the household, so your wife got furious and slammed the divorce papers in your face. Did you forget that? She definitely dumped him. I understand what kind of people you both are now. I guess we don't have to rewrite the will, darling.
That's why I told you that there's no way they're considerate of us. Huh? Neither of you visited your mother at the hospital or even bothered to check on her. So we decided not to leave any inheritance for you two. Huh?
As expected from brothers, they're in sync. The people I didn't recognize in the room when I visited my mother-in-law at the hospital were lawyers, and they were just rewriting her will. After the brothers got to know that their mother was on the verge of death, if they decided to change for the better, they were planning to rewrite their will again. But it looks like that was unnecessary.
What do you mean you're not gonna leave us anything to inherit? Yeah, we're your sons! Sons who celebrate after knowing that their mother was about to die? I never knew we had any sons. Dad? Help us persuade Mom! Shut up! I was the one who suggested we rewrite the will. I didn't want you horrible sons to inherit a single penny from us. Your mother asked me to give you both a chance to redeem yourselves, so I did. But you've missed that chance. No way!
Your father said that he doesn't want people around him who don't respect me. Wow, what a wonderful married couple they are. Their mother was always the strict one, but it turns out that it was their father who got furious.
Not only do you not respect her, but you even celebrate about her death? Who would give such sons any money? You can't even take care of your own wife, but you still believe it's the woman's job to do housework and look after the sick? If you want to go on a trip so bad, go on! And never come back! No way! Paige, you knew that, right?
Oh, looks like you figured it out.
Why didn't you tell me? You'll be in trouble if I don't get to inherit anything too!
Huh? Why would I be in trouble?
With my inheritance, you'll also be able to live a stable life. You get the house and the money too. How come you sided with Dad without thinking about all of this?
Oh, I had no idea.
Gosh, what a useless wife she is. Kent, you should dump someone like her. You're right. I can't inherit anything because of you. I'm getting a divorce. I'm the one dumping you, okay?
Mother, father, did you hear that? I smiled hearing those words from my husband.
Huh?
Yes, good for you. You got a divorce with such a horrible guy peacefully.
Huh? As expected from Paige. You were right for getting the divorce papers ready. Huh?
I had already decided to get a divorce with my lazy and inconsiderate husband, so I never really thought about the inheritance. Yep, let's get a divorce. I handed him the divorce papers that were all filled in except for the parts where he had to fill in.
What? If we get a divorce, you'll have to move out. Can you make a living alone?
No problem. I make twice as much money as you.
Huh?
You don't even know how much income your wife has. I thought you'd already figured it out because it was always Paige who comes home later than you.
Who would know? How come a woman can make so much money?
I wonder if you can make a living alone after getting a divorce with me.
What?
By the way, she'll continue to live here as her boarding house, so you're the ones who are going to be kicked out.
Huh? You're gonna kick out your own son and live with his wife? That doesn't make sense!
Because Paige came to visit me at the hospital very often, and she even got me tasting pudding. I can't just abandon her.
Pudding? You choose Paige over your own son just because of some pudding?
Just because? It was pudding with a lot of egg yolks that I had to line up for 2 hours to get. That was delicious. Right? I'll go buy them for you again.
Oh, stop chit-chatting! Paige is a stranger to begin with. She'll run off once she has to take care of you at home when you're sick.
Oh, I don't plan to ask Paige to do that for me. I have enough money saved for that. We plan to use it up with my husband. As expected from her.
Wait. Mom, I promised to take care of you when you get older, so can you take that back?
Oh, I thought you said it was a woman's job to take care of the sick. You're both divorced, so there won't be anyone to do that.
Kent, don't get a divorce! Make Paige look after Mom, and let's split the inheritance in half! Hey, if you're making Paige look after her, I should get 80% of the inheritance! Never think that you'll get money doing nothing! Huh? But you're not doing anything either! You force Paige to do all the work, but you want all the goodies for yourself? So unfair! I'm the first son, so I'll be able to get half no matter what! I can also claim for 80% if you want me to! Why? I endured living with our annoying mom! I should be getting more money as a reward! You ran away, but you want all the goodies? No way! I'm the first son! I can't help it!
They're fighting over something that doesn't even exist. Their parents and I watched them in confusion as they had their useless argument. But things are heating up, so it's about time I stop them.
First of all, bro, and you also... It doesn't matter if you were born first or not! Yes, it does!
Shut up! Stop fighting over inheritance while your parents are still watching you nice and healthy. Who do you think gets sad when they see you brothers fight? As I said so, their parents understood the assignment and made a sad face.
Dad, Mom, sorry.
It doesn't matter if you were born first or if you have a wife. Brothers shouldn't fight. Then their parents made a sad face again and nodded.
I'm sorry, bro. Me too. I would have been overboard. Let's split the inheritance in half. We're brothers. We only have each other. Thanks.
Look, what a wonderful bromance. The end. Who would ever let the problem end here? I told you already, you won't be inheriting anything. Why, are you trying to sum everything up in your own way? Funny.
Huh?
You agreed to split in half, but split what in half? You don't have anything.
Go on and fight over the inheritance you'll never get. You both look like poor, middle-aged men when you're having an argument.
Whoa, harsh.
I can't help it. I can't keep my mouth shut after how horribly they treated my lovely wife. Dad! I have nothing to spare to those who can't respect their mothers or wives. Leave this house, right now! No way!
Now that your argument's over, how about you move in with your brothers, splitting the room and living expenses in half?
No way! Give me the inheritance money!
After that, the mother got furious, and the brothers left hand in hand. My husband planned to move in with his brother, but because his room was so small and untidy, he gave up. I heard he started living alone, but because he couldn't do any housework, his room ended up in a huge mess that his neighbors even started complaining. He didn't even know how to do the laundry, so people at his office even started complaining, and he finally ended up quitting his job as well. I got a divorce with my husband, but I still live in his parents' house. They've been so nice to me, so I really want to return the favor. Paige, there's some pudding in the fridge. Huh? Is this the legendary pudding? Mother, did you line up in the queue for me?
We both lined up. Lining up in queue was more fun than I expected. I got to talk about many things with my wife.
Oh, we can talk again anytime at home.
It feels like a new experience. Let's go shopping again together.
Looks like they bonded more through that incident. They're both very healthy, and I might be the one asking for their help again. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!